So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about 5 different methods or ideas that you can start doing to prepare yourself to start building wealth as a barber. So let's get to the video. Okay, the first thing that you can actually do with your money as a barber to start building wealth is building a real estate portfolio. You can actually just go to a real estate broker or agent and they can guide you through and how to actually start doing this. I would actually recommend to start buying a simple property just so you can start getting off the process. You can start little by buying a condo, and maybe later on you can just take equity off that condo and put a down payment for a 3 flat or a duplex or something like that. But basically you can start building wealth by buying real estate while you're cutting hair behind the chair. While you're cutting hair right now, you can actually start building a different type of extreme of income. So that would be tip number one. You can start buying houses. The first thing that I would recommend though is that you start off by a simple condo. If you don't have the money to start buying a 3 flat or a 4 unit apartment building, you can actually just start off by buying a simple apartment that you can actually rent to someone you know. And let's say that apartment is around 100,000 or 150,000 depending on where do you live in the US or anywhere in the world. You can start investing, but this is something that has to be talked about because a lot of barbers don't really take care about their money. So that's something that you guys have to be focused on too. Not only just cutting hair, you gotta start preparing yourself for the future and start building your own wealth. So that's something that I would recommend you start doing. I'm in the process of doing that as well. So I just want to give you guys that tip. The second thing that you can start doing for building a retirement fund from being a barber, opening up your own business. If you're in the industry of cutting hair, you can actually start planning yourself on when is it gonna be a good time for you to start working on getting your barbershop. You gotta start working on getting your license. You gotta start working on getting your clientele, and you gotta start working with people so you get people to work with you in your own barbershop. So this goes a lot deep into a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. But I would suggest, if you're barely in the earliest stages of cutting hair, you have to take that step at some point in your career, as to you have to open up your own business. There's a lot of ways to make more money, and a lot of people are not talking about it. They're just talking about getting the cleanest face ever, when there's a lot of things that come with it. Because if you look at this barber industry as a career, as an actual business, there's a lot of things that you actually can do, not just getting clean face and clean lineups and stuff. So the third idea that I would recommend, if you actually don't have a lot of time to worry about a business or worry about real estate or something like that, you can actually start getting your money into stocks. You can always start with 10% or 20% or 30% of your income. You can, instead of saving it all up, you can always put it into an index fund or a mutual fund and get it at a certain interest, where that money is actually generating you more money. Like, let's say if you get a mutual fund like the S&P 500, it's usually about 8% every year, if I'm not mistaken. That money is gonna make you more money in the next year. So by next year, you're gonna have 8% more of what you put into it. So if you put $10,000, you're gonna have $10,000 and $800 more. So that's only with $10,000. But let's say that you put $100,000, you got $8,000 more. And this is just for barbers that have been cutting for a lot of time and they got a lot of money saved up, and they're not ready to take the next step of opening up a new shop, or they don't know how to start the game of real estate, and they want to move their money but they don't know how to. They can always start by putting their money into the stock market, and this is called compound interest. So that's actually something that you can start doing while you're behind the chair cutting hair. You don't actually have to be cutting hair but to make money. There's a lot of ways to make more money too, as would being a barber. And this is just like a passive income type of video of how you can actually start generating more money or getting passive income just by cutting hair. The fourth thing that I'm going to be talking about is Airbnb, and this comes back to real estate as well. This means that you have to actually buy a property and then rent that property out every single night by weekends. And I would recommend you to start looking into foreign countries that are a lot cheaper than the US. You can start saving money to get a decent house, a decent property, but it has to be located at a certain point where a lot of tourists, a lot of people are actually visiting. A good example of this would be Cancun, would be Cartagena, Tequila, Jalisco, Acapulco, Puerto Rico as well. They have a lot of tax benefits. You start investing your money and you move to Puerto Rico. But yeah, that's something that you can actually start doing. You can start by buying a small, like taking a small chunk of your money and start investing it in a new property. You can build it from the ground up in cheap countries, and probably with like $20,000 to $30,000 you can actually build up a decent house that you can rent every single weekend, that's actually generating you money. Tip number 5 that I would recommend is to start branding yourself as a business and start building your own brand. And there's a lot of ways that you can actually make money or monetize yourself as a brand nowadays in 2023, and start making more money other than just cutting hair. That's why you see a lot of barber influencers with a huge amount of followers getting a lot of brand deals, getting paid a lot by doing seminars. So I would recommend you guys to, if you really want to make more money, you have to start building something that is gonna make you more money in the future. I'm not promising you anything that you're gonna be making money overnight or by the next year you're gonna be super wealthy. No, this is just basically some of the ideas that I personally been using and or have been working on to actually make more money. Not for me in the next or 2 years, but I'm looking into the next decade. If I see myself cutting hair for 10 years from now, I actually have to start planting those seeds that are basically gonna generate me more money in the next decade, in the next 10-15 years that I'm cutting hair, and I'm gonna be basically set up by the next 15 years of cutting hair. I'm building seeds, I'm building businesses, I'm building streams of income that in the next following years are basically gonna be taking care of me. I'm working into something else that's gonna make me more money, but it's securing my wealth as well. So that's something that you gotta be thoughtful about. And that's just something that I would recommend you guys. And I hope I don't get a lot of criticism about this video, because I don't see a lot of videos like this on the Instagram or YouTube about barbers, how to actually manage their money. I think most barbers don't actually manage their money right, because I see them cutting hair for years and years and decades, and I don't want that to happen to any of you guys. If you guys are watching this video, I want you guys to start building your wealth and start getting successful now, not only on your haircuts but on your business life, but on your business and life as well. That's something that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you like these type of videos, I'm gonna be making them videos more constantly, but I'm gonna try to do my best on start making more videos like this, more videos that actually inspire a lot of barbers or new barbers that want to get into the industry and don't know how to actually manage their money or how to start building wealth or any business strategies that you guys can use for your day-to-day lives. I'm gonna do my best to make those videos up. If you guys want to see a certain video or something that you would suggest me to start recording a certain topic about, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and give it a like to this video. My name is Isaac. You can follow me on Instagram as isaacvera.official. I'm more frequently active there, so if you guys ever have a question, you can always message me there. I'll try to answer as many of you guys as possible. And I hope you guys like this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.